Yeah, Alicia, over to you.
So, welcome everyone to our webinar. It's so nice to see you all here. So, actually, it's a webinar dedicated to Zebrunner and LambdaTest solutions. So, thank you for joining all. Let me first introduce myself. I'm Alicia, Product Success Manager at Zebrunner, and I will be the moderator of this session today. And I'm extremely happy to present our speakers today. So it's Veena Devi, Lead Engineer Developer Relations at LambdaTest. So hi Veena.
Hey, hi, Alicia.
And also on the webinar, we've got Irina Tsvirko. She's Software Development Team Lead at Zebrunner. Hi Irina.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, so actually our today's webinar will consist of several parts. So before we go to the intro part where our speakers will be able to introduce their products, let's take a quick look at the agenda in general. So first of all, we'll learn what are the benefits of LambdaTest and Zebrunner tools and what is the actual value of this integration. Then we'll see how easy it is to configure this integration and how easy it is to execute your tests via LambdaTest Selenium Grid. And finally, we'll go on to analyzing test results and creating reports with the help of Zebrunner. And for sure, in the end, there will be the Q&A session where you'll be able to ask all of your questions to our speakers from LambdaTest and Zebrunner about this innovative combo solution. So I guess, Veena, I hope you could start uh, our webinar, yeah, with a quick introduction of LambdaTest, and yeah. So please,
Y-
I give you my.
Yes, thanks, Alicia. And let me share my screen. Hope you're able to see the screen.
Yeah, I will do.
Yes. So, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Veena from Lambda Test, part of developer relations team, and I'll be happy to introduce the product from here. Let me start the slide. So what we are as a Lambda test? So we are basically a cloud platform which provides huge range of browsers as well as the real devices for any of your web application as well as your mobile app testing solutions. So when I say huge range, it's almost 3000 plus OS and browser combinations from the like a very beta versions of very latest version of Chrome, Firefox till the legacy version, right? And we have almost 6 lakhs plus happy customers across the globe. And when I come to point of product integration, from the bug tracking tool, project management, test case management, notification channels, we have almost 100 plus integration products. And of course, any product will not complete or succeed without the proper technical support. We are happy to provide technical support for 20 by 7. Our panelists are product specialist available for clarify any questions, any issues, either before or after your license purchase. And it when it comes to framework support, we cover both Selenium as well as the Cypress frameworks. And when it comes to Selenium, it's almost have all a lot of frameworks, test frameworks, as well as the language binding support Lambda test provides. And it's not only about your test automation. When you want to perform a live testing, when I say live testing, it is nothing but your manual testing. When you want to test your mobile application or web application manually across any given browser structure, when I say browser, it is almost again 3000 plus browser combinations. You can manually test your applications. And not only a single browser, if you want to compare your responsiveness of your web application or mobile application, you can do that. And if you want to take the screenshot testing, when I say screenshot, if you want to screenshot every page of your web application and compare later with the developers understanding or the core version, you can do that. So let me see how to start uh, getting into our platform. Here is our home page. The moment you log in, you can see the dashboard page here. So the dashboard showcase the end-to-end history of your executions, and with the date wise you can choose. If you have multiple teammates in your project, you can see that. And there are a lot of filters available to set up your dashboard. So when I say manual testing, here it is, the real-time testing. And you can choose any, let's say for example, I am giving my product URL. I want to test that. All you have to do is provide your URL. If your URL is not publicly available, if your application is not publicly available, and if you want to test in your local environment, whether it is a dev or testing, you can use the local tunnel. As I mentioned, if I choose Chrome, you have from the beta version to legacy version of 15. And the combination of OS as preferred you can choose. And the moment you choose the resolution and give start, you are ready to test your application in a selected browser environment. So it takes hardly few seconds to launch the respective browser, and you are ready to go to test manually your application. At any moment, as we have a huge range of integration, you can start marking bug whenever you see the failure directly from the LambdaTest platform itself. So now my automation. So the moment you select the automation dashboard, you can see the history of execution. So if your application, if your test automation framework is already ready, where you're executing the test cases in your local grid with a minimal change of capabilities, you can start leverage the capabilities of LambdaTest with the provided 3000 plus OS and browser combination. So if you see here, here is my test ng basically. Okay, I can come back to this browser or like a code execution later stages, and let me finish all other products in our LambdaTest platform. So LT browser is nothing but I can open the LT browser quickly. So this is which I talk about the responsiveness testing. So if you see here, this is my product URL. At the same time, you can compare your products in a two different devices. So this is my first device. At any moment, you can add the second device and you can select where you want to see your product responsiveness. So wherever you click, it will represent in the both devices, right? So here is the simple way to test your responsive web, your application responsiveness in very quickly. And this LT platform is completely free, which is available for the users for the lifetime. And back to my platform, if you see here, we have a visual testing under, we have a screenshot, responsiveness, and the smart testing, where you're going to compare images of your web application. And as a part of integration, as I mentioned, from the bug tracking tool, Jira, Bugzilla, whatever the popular bug tracking tool in the market, you have the options to integrate. And not only the bug tracking tool, you can integrate with the notification channels like a Slack. So the moment you run your execution, you will get a notification on your preferred channel. So these are the product integration list. Yes. So here we launched the real devices couple of months ago, which rather than executing your test cases in the emulator or simulator, you can choose a real devices provided with the access. You can select huge number of real devices for your application mobile app testing. And apart from this platform, we have for the QA folks, we have providing n number of certificates where you can leverage your test automation skill set. So if you see here, so these are the available number of certifications in our platform. You can choose based on your language preferences, right? So as Alicia mentioned, this webinar is recorded. It will be available in the LambdaTest platform YouTube channel. Apart from, you can view previous webinars as well as a lot of tutorials in the video format. Yes, Alicia, it's back to you.
Great, thank you, Veena, for such an extended and great presentation of LambdaTest. Yeah, so I think we can go on to Irina. So, and her description of Zebrunner, brief overview. So please, Irina.
Yeah, let me show you the screen. And yeah, hello everyone once more. My name is Irina and I'm software development team lead at Zebrunner. This is test automation management platform. And here we want to help our users to build fast and reliable quality assurance. For this, we provide scalable infrastructure. So you don't need to set up and maintain your own in-house infra. You can just proceed to execution. Also, we have a wide range of test result analysis tools aimed to save valuable engineers' time and boost their performance. And also detailed results visualization to monitor overall testing process, team performance, and even report aggregated testing results. In our product portfolio, we offer Zebrunner itself, with its toolset for reporting, analysis, and execution, and also its private deployment, our own execution engine, Zebrunner Engine, on-demand mobile devices farm, Zebrunner mCloud, our own automation framework, Irina, and we also offer automation consulting services. To get your Zebrunner trial, just visit our zebrunner.com, fill out this simple form, and as soon as you receive your invitation email, in a couple of minutes, you are ready to use your own Zebrunner space. So give it a try. And to facilitate your integration with Zebrunner, we created a bunch of adapters called agents for various frameworks written in Java, JavaScript, Python, C#, and there is more to come. We are also integrated with different issue management, test case management, collaboration tools to get easily integrated in your automation lifecycle and company processes. And also we support multiple testing platforms. So today we'll speak about our integration with LambdaTest and how our users both can benefit from this integration. So I'll show you this a bit later. And now I'm gonna hand it over to Veena again, and we'll see some live examples.
Yeah, great.
Yes, thanks, Irina. Let me start my screen again, share my screen again. You're able to see the screen?
Yeah,
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yes. So as I mentioned earlier, the moment you are ready with your existing test framework, which is running on your local framework with the minimal changes in your existing code, you can leverage all the available browsers on the LambdaTest platform. So here I'm going to take a simple test ng framework, which going to integrate in LambdaTest later in a Zebrunner tool also. So if you see here, I have my a simple test case which going to open one of us LambdaTest Selenium playground, perform some minimal actions, and there is a expected assertion. And I have two test cases together, and the execution going to happen from form.xml. So to leverage the LambdaTest integration, all you have to do is where you are going to change your local Chrome driver into a remote driver. So usually we'll launch our Chrome driver either by providing a Chrome driver path, or you can leverage the latest driver manager, web driver manager available thing. So this helps you to launch your Chrome driver in a local grid. Rather than I'm going to change that into a remote web driver, passing a parameters over here, which is nothing but capabilities of LambdaTest. So how you're going to cache this LambdaTest capabilities? The moment you comes into your automation, you can see a help of capability generator, right? So if you're already upgraded to Selenium 4, you can pick up that. If you're using Java Selenium 4.1.1, I'll suggest you to go for the Selenium 4 capabilities, or you can go for the Selenium capabilities which supports 4.0 and 3. And here you can select the preferable OS, browser, version, and based on this selection, your desired capabilities will get changed. It is not only for TestNG or Java TestNG, Java based programming language, the same capabilities can be calculated or written in the language you have chosen in your programming. So here I'm going with Java. Apart from this basic capabilities, if you are choosing, as I'm choose here a Chrome, you can leverage the Chrome capabilities. If you want to run that in a headless mode, you can do that. And if you want to add a geolocation on your browser testing, you can do that. And if you want to see multiple logs, in-depth logs on your LambdaTest platform, you can choose enable all the logs also. So the moment you have your capabilities, all you have to do is copy that capabilities and paste it here. And you have to provide a hub URL of LambdaTest and the access keys. So where you can see your hub URL and the access key. So here is the access key, and you can see your hub URL. Just copy here, and you can or whatever the way you want. If you give three different variables, you can use that, or you can copy the hub URL as it is. So all you have to do is just change this. And now your test cases are ready to. It is based on the configuration. Here I have configured two different test cases to make sure that we are running the test cases in the parallelly, and you can make sure that you are fitted your username password, the proper hub URL in both the places. So now with this changes, my test case is ready. I'm just copying the correct hub URL. Right. So either you can run your test execution from the test suite file, or if you run your test cases from the POM file, which needs some integration on Zebrunner, here is the thing. So all you have to do is there are provided group ID, like dependencies from the Zebrunner side, which you can include based on the documentation, nothing but your agent as well as the configuration, the co-agent.jar. So these are the few changes if you want to configure your local execution to Selenium Grid, which is nothing but your LambdaTest, as well as integrated with Zebrunner. So let me here going to run my test case. So while the test case is running, you can come back and see the automation dashboard in the LambdaTest platform. Yes, my execution started in the LambdaTest platform as well as in the Zebrunner platform. So how the project structure and the configuration starts here. There is a property called agent.properties, which needs to set up your Zebrunner project along with your project URL and the authentication key. Right. So now your local project is get integrated with LambdaTest, where you are going to execute your test cases in the cloud platform, and you're going to validate your results in your Zebrunner platform. Right. So here my execution is done. You can see. So the moment your execution completes, you can see the validations, as well as for this current build, there are a lot of previous history of execution. Where the moment you choose any of the history, you can see the recorded video where you can share with your peers whenever you need it. If you find any bugs, you can directly raise the bug from here. Right. If at all you integrated with any bug platform, bug tool, either it can be Jira, GitHub, whatever it is, you can choose to raise the bug from here itself. And it is available to view the input configuration. What are the browser versions we select in our code base? All those things you can view from the LambdaTest platform itself. And based on the capabilities you have generated from the capability generator, the logs get enabled, depends on the selection. So here I didn't enable any of the console and network logs. So only my Selenium logs is available. And same like you can see, as I executed 2 test cases, it takes very few seconds. When it goes, your number of test cases is a huge, and you can leverage the parallel execution. Depends on your user preferences. There will be n number of parallel execution can be happen. So your speed as well as the execution time will drastically reduce, which will help you to go for the very quick turnaround time for any bug reports. Right. So based on this, the previous execution, but history of execution, you are leveraged to view analysis about your test results. So if you see here, what are the browsers you have chosen in in your history of particular test cases, how much effectively you use the operating system, and the number of test cases depends on the path and fail you can see here. Right. So the results, if you come back to Zebrunner, you can see here the test results. So the more about the test results analysis and this dashboard, Irina will take care of. Yeah. So these are the only changes you are going to do when you want to convert, when you want to leverage the 3000 browsers and OS combination from your LambdaTest side. So feel free to ask any questions in the QA session. We'll answer at the end of the session.
Great, Veena. Thank you so much for your sharing. So yeah, I guess Irina can continue our demonstration.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my 10.
Yeah, I'm stopped this.
Okay, now I'm able to share my screen. Yeah. So I believe there is one more option we in Zebrunner provide if you want to have your tests executed and reported here. So we have our own built-in automation launcher. Clicking here, yeah, it is open. As you can see here, we already have like a couple of repositories added and launchers configured. I'm not gonna for today show you how to configure the launchers, but if you wanna give a try to your own repository, your own tests, so feel free to visit our documentation page and there will be detailed step-by-step guide. But for now, let's proceed to execution. And here, the launcher is already configured. From this launcher, you can choose a milestone. This could be maybe some kind of release or regression you want to add your test use execution into. Also choose execution environment and configure some optional environment variables. Of course, you are able to choose testing platform. For this launcher, by default, is configured LambdaTest. And if you don't have, as Veena has, your operating system and browser configured in your test code, or probably you want to change your choice, you can choose the operating systems and, of course, browsers. Right from here, all the options are synchronized with LambdaTest. Also, there are here below like notification channels. So if you configured your integration with Microsoft Teams or Slack in your Zebrunner project, you can just add the channel here and you'll get the notification when your suite execution is finished. So I quickly gonna add here my email. And when we start the test and it finishes, I'll get the results. And just like this, click launch. Right now, our execution appeared here. It is like in queued status. What does it mean? Your tests right now are being initialized, but haven't started yet. And while we wait, let me show you one of previously finished executions. Because they already have the data we can have a look at, and we won't have to wait while this test is started and then finished. It will be this sample test. Here I ran it before from Zebrunner using LambdaTest testing platform, and here are the results. You can see here like 2 successful tests and the one probably we are interested in right now, the failed one. So here is the error, probably the one which caused this test fail, this tech trace, some basic information about the test, its duration. This username here is our internal maintainer concept, like the person responsible for this test maintenance. And also this concept is used. Oh, by the way, my results are received. This maintainer concept will be used in like more high level analysis. I'll show it later a bit. And right now you can see that when the test run is finished, you receive this email. This is like basic results, and you can be redirected back to Zebrunner and see all the results. And now let me reopen my previous example. And if you want to get some more details, you can click on this test, like dive in deeper. And here you can find all the artifacts we provide for our tests. Here is information about the sessions, platform, browser. You can find here even raw session logs from LambdaTest if you want to have a look at them, not leaving Zebrunner. Also video available here, and to the left you can see those logs and screenshots. Those are controlled by the engineer from code, and like the scenes which were logged and the screenshots captured later appear in Zebrunner. And here there is execution history. So if you're interested why this test is failed now, you can navigate to the other executions and again analyze the video, the artifacts, screenshots, logs. Probably it will give you a hint what is wrong now. And speaking about execution history, if I'm back to my test grid, here you can see this percentage. So what is it? It is your test stability. And for this test, it's not bad, like 90%. And for this test is like 0. So this test is never passed. And probably the test with a very low stability, which fails all the time, are the ones which require most of your attention. And to help our users to analyze those tests, we created our automatic failure recognition feature. Here you can see this label, like business issue label. So our system has recognized this failure as business issue. What is it and how does it work? Here you can see these categories like business, locator, infra issue. So this mechanism, it is machine learning based. So it requires some like initial training, probably 10 to 11 tests marked. But after the process of training is completed, it will classify your test failures in these 4 categories. For example, like business issue, probably the bug, some session fails, locator issue, some element is not found, which should be here, infra issue, some kind of network issue, and categorized. This is the category you're gonna see when you just started in our system, but the better this mechanism is trained, the less times you're gonna see this category. And about training, right now, I am as a user can improve like this recognition process. So accuracy not very high right now, and I have this question mark here. But right now I can either confirm that yeah, I agree, this is correct label, or more importantly, if this label is wrong, I can change its type. For now, let's agree, this is correct. And next time, when the test fails with similar error, or probably the same error, it will be labeled correctly. And you, as a user, can, based on these labels, like spend your time and effort more effectively. For example, if next time it will be infra issue, there is not much you can do about it, and you can spend more time analyzing like business issues, probable bugs. And speaking about bugs, we have another mechanism which help you to handle them. If I click here and click here, link issue dialog, here I have already issue management system configured for my project. This is Jira right now. And if you are really sure that you detected bug in your SUT, you can just click here, create new issue, choose Jira project, choose issue type, bug, of course. And when you filled out all those required fields, you will be able to create and link this bug to your test. And if you know that this bug has already been created by somebody, probably somebody spotted it before, and because of it your test fails, you can search for it in our system. And when you find this bug, you can link it directly. And also you can see this bug, it appeared in your history, attachment history. So sometimes bugs are like reproduced, and if it was detected before, you can just choose it from history and like reattach with no need to search or create new one, just attach the issue was attached here before. And now here is this label. Now this test not just failed, it is in our system failed as known issue. What does it mean? Here, this counter of known issues. And when you restart this test suite, by the way, it is also, just a moment, possible from our system, like rerun this test or just launch it once more from your local machine or from launcher. If this test or probably the other tests from this test suite fails with the same error with this tech trace, they also will be labeled with this issue. And you, when you analyze your test results, you just see that, okay, this issue already been detected, probably it is being fixed, and you don't have to reanalyze it once more. And even more, when this issue is resolved, closed in the system, probably bug is fixed, this label won't be attached anymore, and most likely your test will pass, but it depends. And speaking about the other information we have in our system, here are labels. This is kind of information controlled by the users, by engineers. They from code then can attach these labels, and then this information, custom information in like key values is reported in our system. So you not only can see them here, but also can group your tests by them, by label. Probably I want to see just only P1 tests, the most important ones. Or let me reset the grouping. If you use grouping, probably it means that you have lots of tests, like not 3, but probably 3,000. And if you have so many tests, you can search through them, sort them, group, or you can filter out the status you need right now, and similar functionality available for test suite executions, test runs. Those are also searchable. They can be filtered by browser, platform, and many more other options like probably environment. And if some of filters is particularly useful for me, maybe I don't know, I use only QA environment, I can save it, give it some kind of name, and next time I log in Zebrunner, I can just choose this filter, reapply it, and see the information I needed. Now I'm gonna reset this filter, and if I am back to my test results, there are also options available from this 3-dot menu. This menu is available also from test run grid, but I'm gonna show it from here. From here, I can assign my test run in milestone if I did not before, and I also can report it from here. So I can send my results as email if I know that somebody is interested in them. If you have this email in the system, it will be hinted. If not, it can be just any custom email. You type it in, you click enter, and you send the results. So in a couple of minutes, the receiver gonna get the email containing HTML report. Oh, my report already arrived. And here you see like basic information about your suit execution and also link which can redirect you back to Zebrunner. So if the receiver of email has permissions, he will be able to see all those results in Zebrunner. And also from this menu, available one more option. I'm going to show it to you before I will switch to our dashboards and widgets. And it's our synchronization with test case management tools. So for this, let me switch to the other project, because for this project, this integration is like properly configured. And here you can see those like special labels. So these labels are clickable. They are configured both on Zebrunner side, like here from our integrations and from your code. And if it is configured correctly, those test case, you will be able to see this, for example, test case preview. So I click, I see the test case, which is covered by my test. And also I can upload the result in this case management system. So if you have one on your project, you can use Zebrunner and make use of both of them. And right now, let's move to like more high-level analysis. For this, I'm gonna switch back to my previous project. It has lots of data. And for this, let's open dashboards. This dashboard, general one. Every new Zebrunner space has this dashboard with these pre-configured widgets. So here you can see the results, like not for today for single test, but the aggregated results. So for the last 30 days, you can see which percentage of tests is failed or passed. Here they group by project, and here you can see the trend. For example, if for the months, this trend is more red than green, probably there is some kind of problem here. And if you need some more detailed information, here is our maintenance I mentioned to you before. You can choose the user and see like personal dashboard. So it's useful for the engineer himself. So this personal information is available here, and also personal trend on the my tests implemented. And if I need additional information about the failures, here they are. This is the failures which cause my tests fail. So I can view the report, and here there are all those tests which are caused by this fail. And of course, if we are back to our previous dashboard, this personal dashboard is very useful for the engineers. Like if I want to see someone personal's performance, how is it going? Maybe it can be improved. I can also open this personal dashboard and have a look. And of course, you're not like limited to these 3 default dashboards. Of course, there is customization here. So if I'm back to dashboards, I can create like my custom one. Gonna give it a name. I don't know. My dashboard created, and I'm directly redirected into this dashboard. I can add widgets. So here is our widget library. There are types here which are not presented in our default dashboards. I can choose probably this calendar widget. You can choose it. Let's wait just a moment. It has been loaded, lots of data. And here you can choose the period. For example, here is current year, but there is not much data for this year. It's only January. So let's open the last year data. We can choose, and if we refresh it here, we can have an idea of how it will look like if we add this widget. Next, name, like, I don't know, last year. Probably not the most meaningful one, but yeah, here is it. Of course, I can change its placement. And right now, not lots of data here as well, but I hope you get the main idea. Like this calendar shows how many tests were executed on those particular date, and how they how they were successful. For example, in August, pass rate was very high, almost 90%, and not everything was so good at the end of December. Of course, you can add here any other widgets. For example, I don't know, I want to see pass rate for today, for only today, my daily success. And any other widgets can be added here. So when you are finished, you'll have like a detailed and flexible mechanism of monitoring of your testing process. And those results not only can be viewed, but those results also can be reported. So if I click this icon here, and again, type the email here, I will receive this dashboard on my email. Not only dashboard, even separate widget. If you find it like particularly useful, you can receive it on email or send it, of course. And for some of our plans, we even create like customized template. So you can add for you in the, oh, here is it. I can show you the email. Yeah. So this is possible to get all of this on your email. We can customize our library so our users have the most like effective mechanism of analytics and monitoring over their process. And probably that's it for today. It's everything I wanted to show you, and I'll be happy to answer your questions later. So thank you.
Thank you, Irina, so much. Thank you, Veena, for such a detailed presentation. So actually, I think we can start our Q&A session. So we've already got some questions. Yeah, so please write them to the special window with the questions or to the chat, whether you want. Yeah.
Okay, Alicia, there is a question in chat window. How long does the test typically take from Zebrunner using LambdaTest platform? So let me show. I can execute one of my test cases from Zebrunner. So we'll see how long it's going to reach LambdaTest. So I'm sharing the screen. So you're able to see the screen, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yes. So the moment you integrate the Lambda test within your Zebrunner platform, we have a test case already triggered from your existing Maven project to Lambda test as well as Zebrunner. So if you want to trigger the test cases from Zebrunner, Irina already showcased how to configure the launcher. So here is my launcher. I can configure my GitHub project, and so after giving you a platform keys, so these keys and configuration are user defined. How you are going to configure that in your project, whether it can be picked up from a configuration file or within the project structure, you can define that. So all of after that, the moment you launch here, so it will be queued here for a few seconds. So the moment you see it started the test cases, the same moment you can see the results, the execution started in LambdaTest platform also. So Irina, any idea, like any suggestions how long it's going to be?
I think that probably 30 seconds or like
Okay,
this.
yes, it's already started. Yes. So I can see that the same second it started in LambdaTest platform also. So you can see the commands which is get executed from the Zebrunner tool. Yes, it's almost done. So it depends on number of steps. Kickstarting happens in the same moment, both in Zebrunner as well as the Lambda test. The results you can see once the execution completes in your Lambda test platform. So you can see the videos the moment the execution completes. Yes. Hope I this answered your question. Steve Gods.
Yeah, so actually Steve is interested what is the benefit of Zebrunner? What is the actual benefit of Zebrunner if you are a non-developer? So if Zebrunner can be used if you perform on the manual testing, yeah. So
probably from the side of manual testing, you just can if you get integrated with your test case management system, you can see the coverage of and how many test cases are already like automated. So our tool is more for like automated testing, but manual testers can use it as well. Probably also see the analytics, the progress.
yeah, thank you, Irina. So I hope Steve we answered your question, or please like write it to the chat if you have some other questions. So we've got another question in the chat. So how do you define transparent test analytics for a black box test engineers? So that's the first question we have.
Could you probably share the questions with us? Like screen share?
I guess not, but you have it in Q&A.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And another question, how can one test engineer keep maintenance this automation test script after recording for findings potential defects? So yeah, we've got two questions. Irina, do you see them? Right. Oh, Veena, I guess we don't hear you. You're on mute.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, I'm on
Yeah.
mute. Yep. So how
Sorry.
can one test engineer can maintain these automation test scripts after recording for finding potential defect? So when you talk about test case maintenance, we have integrated a lot of test case management tool, both in LambdaTest as well as in Zebrunner side. I hope I'm right, Irina, right?
Yeah, probably you are. Just I don't get this question clearly.
Okay, so the question says that
what do you mean after recording test
yes,
script?
after the potential defect found. So how they are going to manage the automation test scripts?
Probably your automation test scripts can be fixed from your code in your IDE if you need some fixing, if they require some fixing. So from our side, we cannot edit your automated test code, but you can edit and then report them again to see the results.
Yes, so LambdaTest also help you to execute, but there is no direct code edit, script edit from the platform. So all you have to leverage the available test automation script management tools. And how do you define transparent test analytics for a black box test engineers? So transparent test analytics.
I don't know about definition, but
Yes, so maybe we'll try to answer this in the YouTube channel later, once we get the clarity about what the question exactly means.
Yeah, probably it would be great to a little bit clarify the first question.
Yes, Madan,
So we'll
if
give
you're,
the correct.
yes, yes, yes. Madan, if you're able to clarify the question a little bit more, what you actually define about transparent test analytics, it will be help us to get back with you the answer. Or feel free to leave your QA in YouTube also in the later.
Yeah, so Madam, could you please clarify it? Or if you have some other questions, you can ask them as well. So please feel free to do this.
Okay, so there is one more question here.
Yeah.
Can Lambda test only be used for UI testing or it can be extended to API? So Lambda test is basically for web-based or your mobile app-based testing. So if you want to test your API, which the validation can be happen through UI, you can do it in a Lambda test platform. So you can define Lambda test as a cloud Selenium grid. So Selenium is for UI, web-based application testing. Mike Taylor, hope I answered your question.
Yeah, let's hope. Yeah,
Yes.
Mike said that you answered. So maybe some other questions. Please
So
feel free to ask them
yes,
to the
yeah.
chat.
Happy to know that.
Yeah.
By the way, about API testing, you can our system is adapted for them, so you can try it in Zebrunner if you are interested in.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So any other questions, please? We have some more time. We have like 8 minutes at least to answer all of your questions that you have. So feel free to ask them right now. Yeah.
And probably I'll try once more to answer the question about transparency. So in the scope of our system, we provide transparency for the whole team. So the engineers can transparently, almost real time, get all the results, can see them and analyze them. And management can monitor their process and improve it if necessary. So I think that this is our like transparent analytics and the thing we mean.
Yeah, thank you, Irina. Hope this was the answer that Madden expected. Or if you have some other questions, please write them to the window with questions or to the chat. So yeah. So we've got a question in the chat here. Could you suggest any source book in this topic? I guess it's the topic with test automation, right? Or
So as I mentioned, Lambda Test have a lot of blogs as well as YouTube videos from a lot of QA influencers. You can watch, and of course, both platform have a documentation for every features the platform have.
And we can probably share just our site, and you'll find there lots of useful information like documentation, our other products. Probably you'll get some information there. So I can just post it in the chat.
Yes.
yeah, so we've got really extensive documentation as well as LambdaTest, and yeah, all the things are documented. So please feel free to go there. Yeah, Irina already posted the link.
Yes.
Yes, and Veena, I guess, will post as well. We'll
I'm
link to
here.
LambdaTest. Yeah, perfect. So we've got
So,
the collection of sources here, right?
So in the beginning, when we start the session around 8:55, there is some question about parallelism. So the question is, one sec. In Lambda test, can you split a test suite on a multiple browsers? Basically, can I parallelize 10 suites at the same time? Yes. So based on the Maven structure, if you, I'm quickly sharing my screen to show the code piece. Um, hope the screen is visible, right?
Yeah, we see.
Yes. So I'm just looking where my one sec. Okay. So here is the test suite XML. Rather than providing a single XML file, you can provide a folder and just say pick the folder. You can say like this: folder name /* XML, which will pick all the XML files under that folder. And if you see the suite file, it can have multiple test classes, and based on the available parallel threads for your Lambda test account, you can leverage the thread count, and you can parallel execute your test cases from here. It is not necessary to have multiple test suite. A single test suite can have multiple classes, and each class may have different browser capabilities. If you see here, the class 1 will run on Windows 11 Firefox. Another class, it is executing on Mac OS Safari. Right? So this is the way how you can achieve your parallelism within Lambda test, providing a definite capability. I hope it answered your question in detail.
Thank you, Veena.
Yes.
Yes, so in the chat, I added additional information for Madden. So on the basis of her questions, yeah. So we've got 3 additional minutes.
Yes.
So
by the way, on the topic of parallelism, we have like probably a limited number of browsers, but you can run your tests in like very large number of threads if you need. Okay. So parallelization is very high, but options, probably for more options, you can integrate like LambdaTest and make benefit of both.
Yeah, great. And actually, we've got a reply from Madden. So she says that, yeah, we answered to her question. Yeah, and so, yeah, that's great that we answered that.
Yeah, sure, Madan. So still you have option after rewatching the YouTube link, you can still post more Q&A there. Yes. So let me quickly share the YouTube link also here for the benefit of everyone.
Oh, great. Thank you, Veena.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got like a minute left, right? But still, if you have any questions, if some of them appeared already, so you still have enough time to put them to our chat.
Yes.
Or to the window with questions. Yeah. So please take your chance. Yeah. We'll answer all the questions in live. Yeah. Thank you, Michael. Yeah. Thanks everyone for joining our today's webinar. It was really great to see you all here, and hope you enjoyed our session today with our speakers, with Veena, with Irina. So thank you also for taking the part in this webinar and sharing this important information with our participants. So I hope we got the useful insights. So please follow the links to Zebrunner, to LambdaTest, and we'll be looking forward to see you again. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess we don't have any questions already from our audience.
I
Yeah,
hope
everybody's
no.
saying goodbye.
Yes, time to
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you everyone again.
Yeah. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Yeah. I'm just ending up the
Bye.
session. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Thank